Hi guys, 732 Review Crew back. I'm Mikey.
I'm Leo.
And we are here with the post-Buffy Season 7 finale questions asked by fans. Yes, and I can't wait to see these questions. Now, are these questions written word for word from what the fans were asked?
I tried my best. Okay. I did some of them. Some of them I might have cleaned up a little bit, but they're, yeah.
Okay, sure. No problem. I'm excited to get through these questions and then have a great time with these. And now, if there's any that you want to answer, feel free to answer too. We're going to just jump right into this. So first off, thank you for everyone for following us through this journey. It's been a great time, and I'm very thankful for you to be here to ask these questions and join me for the future. So without further ado, here we go.
Okay, and thanks you guys. It was fun writing all these out.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite big bad?
Favorite big bad was probably the mayor. The mayor was a great big bad in Buffy because he's very charismatic and he was manipulating Faith the whole time, and it was the generic trope of the very, he almost seems so kind, but evil things can be kind. And the way he manipulated Faith and turned her into the Dark Slayer and just played with everything the whole time was great. But he's also the person who built Sunnydale where it is, Mayor Wilkins, right?
Yeah.
And he is the reason why Sunnydale exists on a Hellmouth. He's been planning for this. And every other big bad that existed kind of just took from him a little bit of the setup because he was setting up, and they just kind of built on what he built. And I like that. He's been a great big bad. He was a great one, yeah.
You think you made a good point, by the way, at the end of the last discussion for the final episode. You mentioned capitalism being the root of all evil, and it makes sense that Sunnydale has so much stuff because the mayor...
He's evil, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously some people see capitalism as evil. It could be a tongue-in-cheek thing or, over-exaggeration, but, over-monetization and, monopolization of things is evil, obviously. And over-commercialization is evil in certain ways, and so it makes sense that it's, Sunnydale is like that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a great question.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you. All right, for the next one.
Which season of Buffy was your favorite?
Okay, this is a tough one. I actually thought about this. So I'm trying to remember specifically which season. I'm pretty sure it's the one with Mayor Wilkins. Was that season 3?
That was season 3.
Because Faith shows up.
Yeah.
And Faith adds a great dynamic to the show. Now, Kendra was a really great Slayer, but Faith being the dark version of Buffy was such a great thing. And it was so great to see a lot of the characters grow and get growth and see how they act. Like Faith showing up like the little sister almost, and Buffy's mom taking her in, but Buffy getting jealous, and then Faith being jealous. It was so weird. But specifically the thing that sticks to me the most is just how much the characters grew to each other in that season. That was the season was Willow dating Oz also.
Yes.
And were they still in high school, I believe?
Still in high school.
Cordelia was there and dating Xander.
Yes.
And that was at the episode. That was the season where they cheated, where they had a kiss too.
The kiss, yeah.
Yeah, that was a drama-filled, juicy season. Did Angel leave in that season as well?
Yeah, he left at the end of the season. Yes.
So it was a really great drama-filled season that set the pace for the show and really, allow the characters to act and spread their wings. And it also brought us a lot of Spike and
Drusilla?
Yeah, right. But we got some Spike and Drusilla in there.
I believe she came back, that was the season where he came back to because she broke up with him. But yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun one. I think that was it. Yeah. That was a great season. I was actually thinking about that the other day because I was like, what question were the fans asked? I was like, my favorite season. I was like, and immediately came to Faith. So I was like, yeah. She adds so much to the show.
I agree. Yeah.
You agree? Was your favorite season too?
No, my favorite season is very unpopular with the fans, but season 6 is my favorite season.
Is it because it's so dark and gritty?
I like the darkness. I like the grittiness. I think that it had some of the best beats, and I like that it was kind of every season has a different big bad, but for most of the season, I know there was the trio, but most of the season, the big bad was the life.
Yeah, and then Willow was a great big bad too at the end, so that's fun. I like that. Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Will you read the comics?
We had a discussion about this on the end of the discussion. Potentially, there's a poll in this video and in the last one in below. Do you want us to read the comics? Because we've discussed it. Neither of us have read the comics, and I'd be down to read them. I just don't know the copyright situation in terms of YouTube with both the comics as well as these specific comics. So I'll do what we can.
We'll look into it.
Yes.
And now I want to say for the record, I can't verify. I'm going based on what you guys have asked. So if it's incorrect, it's not my fault. I'm just reading. In season 7, originally Buffy was supposed to fight all previous big bads. They were all supposed to come back by the first. Are you disappointed that didn't happen?
No, I prefer it without that because I think the culmination of her experience and journey is great, but having to fight all previous big bads would just be kind of I don't like that type of writing. I don't like when all the bad guys come together at the end and, that type of situation, because I like the constant evolving evil. So obviously the first coming back and being evil with Caleb was a great villain, and them fighting all the Turricons would have been great, but if it wouldn't have made sense for her to fight, like her and Faith to fight all the bad guys together would also include Gloria. And I don't think we could beat that one, to be honest. So we're in a situation where I don't like that ending. I would have preferred what we have right now.
Yeah.
Because the villain was so good, and it takes away from it if you bring all the bad guys back. Like, that's not a finale type thing. That's like a mid-season journey, like Spirit Quest type thing, I think. Where like Spike goes and does his thing. Buffy, if Buffy fought all the demons of her past to get the current power or get stronger instead of like accepting evil power from those 3 shaman, sure, that's my opinion.
Yeah, and I do like how they introduced the first, bringing like having him go through all the villains. That was fun.
That was fun. Yes, going through the villains is fun, but fighting them, not sure.
Yeah. Oh, I did not ask this yet. Somebody wanted you to rank the seasons of Buffy from your favorite to least favorite.
Oh man, that's a tough one. Okay, I'm gonna pull my phone out right now to do that. Just to look at the seasons. So Buffy seasons, just in general, Buffy seasons. So season 3 is obviously my favorite, especially because it starts with Anne. Okay, that was a great one. And it also has the Zeppo, so obviously a great one. This is tough because I really haven't thought about. I hate ranking in order like this, so it might be like season 3, season 3, season 2, season 7, season 1. Season 6, season 5, maybe, but it's hard because like it's not saying these are bad seasons.
No,
because they're all great seasons. Like season 5 was great too. Like I don't think I can actually rate them fully like that. It's just tough. Do you have a list of what you would rate?
For me, it would be 6, 3, 5, 2, 1, 7, 4.
Okay. I mean, 4 is kind of with the college. I could put 4 actually last, to be honest, too. So 3, I like 3, 2. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I have to say, season 4 with the college, as much as I liked it, it also was one of the weaker seasons. And I think the fans acknowledge that it's a little bit weaker because it changes like the tone a little bit from like what we had to like almost like goofy, silly.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's still a fun season. It brought us Willow and Tara.
Which, I love that
great.
part.
Yes. All right.
Who is your favorite and least favorite character in the show?
Should we do main characters in general? So, favorite character and the main character. So, favorite character that was in every season of Buffy, if possible. I mean, obviously, I love Buffy as a character, but Giles. I think I can relate to Giles as I get older. And obviously, he doesn't always do the right thing and he's trying, but he's just. His character is just so good. Buffy and Giles, I will have to say, is my favorite characters. Least favorite of the mains. Oh god, that's hard. Like include so the mains. The only ones I consider main are Buffy, Giles, Xander, and Willow. It's between Willow and Xander for my least favorite. The main characters. As much as I love Willow and her growth, she has some moments that I don't always enjoy because she always seems like very shy, but blah blah blah. But she also has these like very full of herself moments too.
Yeah,
like the whole season of her going on drugs and like met with drugs and whatnot. Obviously, that kind of shapes my perception of her. But also, it was a great season. But compared to what's going on, she does grow and become a great character, especially later on. But I think Xander is probably the least favorite character of the main, just because of he's supposed to be comic relief, and he's a great character sometimes, but he's the only character that also sometimes I'm just like, okay, Xander, what the fuck are you saying? Now, not including main characters, so like just characters who've been across the board. My favorite non-main character. Obviously, I love Clem, but I can't consider Clem a favorite character because he's not in enough episodes. Spike really grew on me, and I love him a lot. And Andrew grew on me, and I like him a lot too. I can't say I love him. So Spike and Anya are up there. Sometimes Anya says things that I'm also like, what the fuck, Anya? But that's the character. Spike, on the other hand, is fun. So when he's not being a complete weirdo, sicko, creepo, he's great. Um, Least favorite not main character would be if I say Kennedy, I'm hating and I can't say Kennedy because I feel like that's too easy and it's as a hate watch like thing because like how many people hate her. I don't think I could say Riley too because he genuinely wasn't a terrible character. He was just white bread, like bland. But that's also I feel like he was written that way on purpose because he's supposed to compare to Angel.
Yeah.
So, favorite character, least favorite. So I'm gonna add Drusilla into favorite characters. Least favorite characters. We're gonna have to. So this is hard. So Adam, I hated because Adam was a terrible character. The doctor, that I hated too. She was a professor, wasn't she?
Oh, yeah, she was a professor. Yeah, Maggie Walsh. Yeah,
She was also worked for the military.
yeah.
Her. Trying to think. I'm trying to name like a character that's part of the main group, too, like main episodes too, that I didn't enjoy. But it's hard because like I will say I didn't like Angel on this show. When Angel goes to his own show, he's great.
Yeah.
But on this show, he's too. I feel like I'm watching one of Spike's soap operas. Yeah. What about you?
Fair. My favorite character of all of the entire show is Tara. I mean,
Okay, she's great.
loved her.
Yes.
I like Dawn a lot. So you know,
too.
yeah. And then my least favorite character. I'm sorry. I know it's like there's a whole discourse about it, but I don't like. I'm not a big Xander fan.
That's fair.
And I'm sure people who are watching this will know, but Joss has said that Xander is his self-insert.
Yep.
And it's very obvious by the way I don't feel like Xander's called out on stuff like other characters are. Like, for example, he never faced backlash for the kick his ass that Willow said when Willow never said that.
Oh, yeah.
And you saw but Willow was like, I didn't say that. And it was just glossed over.
Oh, yeah.
And also, when you guys watched it, he told Dawn about Spike's attempted rape, and that was not his place. Buffy didn't want her to know. He told her not because to protect her.
He's bad. He acted out of emotion, which I agree. You're right.
Sorry, not soapbox moment. Sorry.
If I know worry, that's fair. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. So Buffy uses supernatural metaphors to represent real life transitions. Which metaphor hit closest to home for you?
So I like the magic is drugs thing. Even though I hated that arc and like how Willow acted, magic is drugs makes sense because you starts off like a little ooh tingly good, happy, and then you start going down the well. I'm not sure. I think that's my favorite one. What about you?
Very, very much at the end of season 2 when Buffy came out to her mom as a Slayer.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, being a closeted gay kid at the time, hi viewers coming out to you. It spoke to me, and I felt exactly what Buffy was feeling like. You know, wanting to be normal, but knowing that you can't be normal or like everybody else.
Yeah,
it hit home.
That's cute. Okay, I get that. Okay, I got it. Very nice. I appreciate that more from that. It's one of those things. Obviously, didn't have to deal with, or it's not something that I have to deal with in my life, but I'm happy that there's something in the media that was able to not only reach you but the fans out there, because this is a very popular cornerstone media for the LGBT community because it features gay couple, it features Andrew also, who's a closeted gay character still figuring himself out, and it's good. It shows you that it doesn't. These people don't know who they are. They find themselves out, and we're all finding ourselves out. So this kind of gave you a nice message to be yourself, and don't let other people tell you not to, and don't change yourself too. So I like that. Okay.
Yeah. So, what is your opinion on the original proposed ending of season 7, the Buffy Wish ending? And this is actually confirmed. Joss confirmed this. He said it at a panel. And I'm sure you're not. Well, in case you don't know, for the fans who don't know. Originally, it was pitched that the first evil would be defeated in the penultimate episode of season 7. The final episode would be that the powers that be, because Buffy saved the world, she would get one wish that she could use on whatever she wanted. And the whole episode was going to be her debating and people suggesting what she should wish for. Then at the last second, the last minute or two, she was going to come in with like new shoes and she was going to tell Willow, hey, remember those new shoes I was going to get? Look who got them. And Willow's like, you used your wish to get new shoes. And Buffy was going to say no. And then she was going to step to the side and Tara was going to walk in. And so Buffy's wish was going to be bringing Tara back to life.
No, hate that. Hate that. Really hate that. Tara didn't die a supernatural thing. She died to, unfortunately,
mortal
wound.
Yeah.
Just like Joyce.
Yes.
So, and Jenny Calendar, there's so many characters you could bring back that would have made such an impact. I don't think Buffy would have brought back Tara before her mom.
That's fair.
I think Buffy would have brought back her mom because as much as it sucks, her mom is her mom.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have a good relationship with your parents and you've been struggling this whole time, you still don't know how to go through life, you're still figuring out questions, you have to work to pay for your sister, do all these things. Your mom is, obviously her dad's still alive. Her mom is the most important thing to bring back to her.
Yeah.
But it would also feel so selfish to use that wish on Tara and not also bring back any of the Slayer potentials that died. Slayers that died, technically.
Or Anya.
Or even Spike.
Fair.
And then at the same time, a wish. I feel like a wish ending is like a cheap ending. Because as we live in a world of magic with this, obviously, but just being able to do that is like, okay. It kind of ruins the sacrifice and the growth the characters have and what happens. Because there would have been no point to Willow flaying Warren if Tara just can come back like this.
Yeah.
And Willow tried to bring Tara back.
Yeah.
It just it doesn't fit me. It doesn't make me happy or anything about that. And as much as it would have been cute, I think it lessens death when you bring characters back like that. Did they ever bring a character back like that in this show that died besides Buffy?
Angel was the closest.
Yes. And so like that proves like, bringing characters back is like, who's to say Tara's not at peace herself too? And you'd be the same situation as ripping Buffy from heaven.
Yeah. And I believe I mentioned it in one of my first discussions with you, but the actress who played Tara, Amber, she didn't want to come back because she didn't want to do anything that could tarnish Tara's memory because she'd be basically putting her hands in the fate of the writers if she signed on. So she just didn't want to risk it.
How do you feel? Same way?
I think, yeah, definitely. I think I hate that it happened and I wish it didn't happen, but it also, to me, paved the way for some of the most really powerful episodes. I mean, the season 6 trio of episodes was so good. I think it would cheapen Tara's death.
Yeah, exactly. And then it would also be like, okay, well, why can't you just bring back, why would the wish only work on one person and not multiple people? Where you can't be like, bring back all my loved ones who died, but then again, it's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Not a fan.
I agree.
Speaking of wishes, is there something you wish they did more or less of?
I wish they would have expanded on past Slayers more. Because I love learning about past Slayers and seeing it through the eyes of Spike and Angel and also Principal Wood. But I would have loved to have them expanded a lot more on Slayer lore. And yeah, that's it. That's it, really. Slayer lore I like. I know we've got a lot of it, but I'm not talking about how they're made. I'm talking about past ones. Like, I would have loved for Buffy at one point to have studied like past Slayers who had notable feats.
Yeah.
Like, this Slayer killed, this named vampire, and we get like a flashback to their fight. That would have been cool.
Yeah, that would have been really cool.
Yep.
Yeah. They do make a book, but I mean,
it's comics and stuff.
Yeah. Do you think that Buffy's reality was real, or is she still stuck in that asylum?
It's real. Yeah, it's real. The asylum thing, I can understand that, but I think at this point that would, if we were to watch an episode of TV and the finale was either somebody in a mental hospital or waking up from a dream at like school or something. Fans hate that.
Yeah.
So no.
Yeah. A little fun fact that you may not know, that some fans may not know, is that Sarah Michelle Gellar, her first major role was as a character named Kendall on All My Children, which was a soap opera. Then she left to do Buffy. The All My Children ended in like 2010, and Sarah actually cameoed in the final episode as a patient in an insane asylum talking about vampires.
I love that.
So,
There's a lot of that. There's a lot of cool cameos like that and like moments like that. I love that's pretty cool. I love when they have characters reprise partial like moments or tongue in cheek.
so how did the ending of the show change your perception of the show or the characters in the show?
So the ending of the show felt like a redemption for Spike, fully. Necessarily, he had a soul, proved to everybody his purpose, passed on, and that was it. Faith was proving how reliable she is and how how she can be a little bit soft because she was going to close people's eyes. And I guess that's really it. I mean, every characters have good redemptions. There's a great ending, and I loved it.
Who do you think makes the better boyfriend, Angel or Spike?
Angel, because Spike was not her boyfriend until like the end, but was also incredibly toxic. And he was like in the beginning, they were just toxic to each other. And then he also tried to assault her. So Angel never really did that. Angelus may have done terrible things to Buffy or tried to, but we separate those two characters for who they are because they are two different characters.
Yeah.
So Angelus did many great things for Buffy, even coming to help her many times from LA and then leaving and respecting her. So I think they're a better relationship, especially because it was healthier. The only reason they couldn't be together was because of the sex thing.
Yeah.
Even if I hated also the age difference. She was 18 or like 16 at the time, and I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's 24.
I was gonna say that's one of the reasons why I do kind of am more pro of the Spike relationship, because when she got with him, she was already an adult technically, so it's less weird. But
They got together as broken humans and helped fix each other and find themselves, which is beautiful. But Angel taught Buffy love.
If you can, what are your 3 favorite episodes in the show, if you have them offhand?
The one episode, I don't know the top 3 in any order specifically. So the Zeppo is pretty good. I don't know if I put it top though, so I'm gonna go Hush.
Very good.
Okay, I'm gonna go the one with Buffy and Faith fight on the roof and then she stabs her. That was a great one. The last one's always hard. I can't say it's my favorite. The one that hit me, the one that was the most memorable for me is The Body.
Oof.
So I'm not going to say it's my favorite because I enjoyed it. It's my favorite because it invoked the most reaction out of me. So it's highly rated for me for that. But if you want one that I actually enjoyed, God, this is a tough one to say specifically because there's so many great episodes of the show. I mean, I'll have to go with the Reverse Universe World one.
Oh, The Wish?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a great one.
So good.
Yeah. What about you?
Once More with Feeling.
Okay.
I like musicals, and I don't know, I just thought it was a very good way to kind of get all
It was fun. Yeah.
I loved not the final episode of season 6, but the of Two to Go.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I kind of like the transitions, like seeing Dark Willow get progressively more evil over time.
That's fun.
And then I am a huge fan of The Gift, or the season 5 finale. I think it's a beautiful point. If that was going to be the ending of Buffy, I would have been fine with it because it was just.
Where she dies.
Yeah.
That was Fighting Glory too, still, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I agree. I like that. Okay. Yeah, The Gift was pretty good. That's why season 5 was so good too, because of sacrifice. I would have actually almost preferred if Buffy sacrificed herself and then Dawn was activated in that moment. It didn't begin a new series. It just ended that way. And then, like, you have Giles with Dawn.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Somebody asked, what do you think of Spike and Xander's story arcs?
I love them. They hate each other, but they love each other because they're into the same things, and they're both dorky men that are into like that, like things. Because as much as Spike tries to have his macho bravado, we know he loves soap operas and gets along with people who like soap operas. Xander is obviously a hater on Spike, but they almost get along together like brothers in the sense of like older brother, younger brother. They kind of like they hate each other, but they're funny together. And they grow on you because obviously Xander's correct for being like, I hate Spike, but they have so many great moments together until unfortunately the bromance is ruined with sex. Anya.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a minor season 8 spoiler for the comics. If you want me to skip it, I will.
Like how in like was it like in what regard? Like it's not about like a character dying or being introduced or something, right?
It's about they're asking you a question about a relationship.
Oh, what do you think?
I think your reaction might be funny. I mean, but we can skip it. It's not...
I say read it.
Okay. So season 8 was already planned, as we said in the last thing.
It's a TV show, right?
Yeah, Sarah, and they were going to do it. So if Sarah would have been okay, this would have been aired, mind you. Mm-hmm. How do you feel knowing that Xander gets with Dawn? This is canon.
How old is she?
She is 4 years younger than them.
But like, how old is she in season 8?
She would be, I believe she would be...
Is she 18?
I believe she'd be 18 and Xander's 22, 23.
Okay, so that makes it a little less weird. That's like 4 years over 18. And he's not like 25 or like... But if I'm okay with Buffy being with... I'm sorry, first off, if you're okay with Buffy being with Angel or Spike, the age gap between these two shouldn't bother you at all, because I'm pretty sure Angel was with Buffy when she was a minor, and Spike might have been, but I'm not 100% sure. But Spike was with Buffy when she was at least 18. So keep that in mind. If Dawn is 18, I do not care about the age. That's important to think about. If she's not 18, I care about the age specifically in that regard. Especially if she graduated high school, or if even goes to high school, fine. They hinted at it a bunch of times. Xander's always talked to Dawn like a human being.
Yeah.
And she's the only one, he was the only one that she liked. Remember, like that whole, when they first introduced her, she loved Xander. So it makes sense. They're together. They have that whole conversation. And if you look at their conversation they had when like he was like, we're just regular people.
Yeah.
It makes sense. And I like it.
I think there was like breadcrumbs for it. The only thing and I can understand this part, the only thing that is a little bit iffy is that he babysat her. That is a little bit weird.
Sounds weird as Connor.
Connor is a whole other can of worms. Yeah. But yeah, I think knowing that, you can see that there are definitely breadcrumbs that would lead to that.
So he babysat her, but she was like 14. So he didn't really have to babysit her.
Yeah, it's weird. And also, the character was intended to be younger, but they aged her up because of Michelle Trachtenberg.
Well, she wouldn't be babysat for the regular reason. She was probably watched because of like evil stuff. So I will say it's weird, but is it unheard of that in the world that somebody's younger sibling falls in love with their older sibling's, friend, and when of age they get together? No, Buffy might even be happy for the situation after she comes to terms with it, and especially if he's not just using Dawn as like I couldn't get Buffy, because I know he always was interested in her, but I genuinely see a chemistry between them two. And I think they work together because Xander has faith in Dawn, but he also understands the position she's in. So they relate to each other a lot. So I like it if they're of age. If they're not of age, it's creepy to me. Okay.
What kind of life do you imagine for Buffy after the finale?
She's going to be very traumatized, but she's probably going to try to... There's two things that happen. She can either try to live a nice, quiet life on a farm, or she's just going to keep trucking and trying to save the world from evil. whether the evil is just, vampires and demons that exist or more like pressing matters. So I see that. I could see that.
Okay. Yeah. Have you seen the first Captain Marvel movie?
No.
Okay, because there was somebody asked, did you notice the connection between a scene from that movie and the season finale of Buffy?
No, I didn't see the movie.
Okay.
Did you see it?
No, but I know what they're talking about. But there's like a it's basically like the scene with the girl with the baseball. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so it's like when she gets her powers activated, she like smiles and hits the ball.
Yeah, like there's a scene in like Marvel where there's like it's mirrored and it might be intentional because didn't Joss direct those or something?
Josh is big in the Marvel world, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. He did the Avengers.
Yeah. I still haven't watched the Avengers yet. That's
what they do, yeah.
Yeah. In your opinion, which character had the best arc?
Ooh, good question. Xander had no arc at all. Xander had no arc. Buffy had a great arc. Willow had a great arc. Andrew had a great arc. But the best arc is Spike. From evil, blood-sucking, sex-crazed vampire to ensouled savior of the world, Angel is the second closest. But Angel had that arc before the show started, so you can't have that arc.
Yeah.
So that's it. I mean, there's no greater change of character from evil to good to sacrifice like that, and learning how to be an actual person after hundreds of years of being a depraved creature. Mm-hmm. If you want to go non-Spike answer, Anya. Mm-hmm.
Somebody, and this is not really about Buffy, but somebody said, you should react to Charmed. Would you do that?
You keep telling me I should watch The Charmed.
I'm a fan. Is that
why you wrote it down?
No, this is not my question, I swear.
No, are you sure?
100%. Somebody else asked.
You need to make an account and be like, you should watch Charmed?
I swear.
Is there one that says you should watch Xena after that?
No, but I mean, I'm still a fan of that. But what do you think? Charmed?
Charmed is an older TV show about a witch, correct?
About sister witches, 3 of them.
Is it, how old is it? Like 80s?
No, 1998.
Oh, so it's more recent. Okay, I don't know. I think I'm thinking about Bewitched.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what.
Maybe. There's a chance. I can watch it. I'm not opposed to watching TV shows, and if there's enough interest from fans to it, it obviously helps. But yeah, let us know.
Is there a guest character you hope they bring back before the series is over, but they did not?
Oz. Mm-hmm. I said it before. I wanted Oz to show up with an army of werewolves to help save the day. If it wasn't Oz, I got Faith back, so I got what I wanted. But Ethan Tremblay would have been a great character to bring back before the series ended as a warlock to help them. Or even Buffy's dad, just to be like, he's not a dick.
By the way, you called him you called him an actor's name, but I know who you're talking about.
Ethan Tremblay.
Ethan Rain.
Oh yeah.
Tremblay is the actor.
Oh.
But I like that actor. So
okay.
Love that. What would you say is your favorite storyline in the series?
Like in terms of like episode?
Could be arc. It could be arc. Like there's so many, but like Angel losing his soul, or
Anya's backstory was great. Seeing her backstory in that whole episode was great. Because that episode with the frat boys and everything.
Yeah.
So that was a really great one. Spike's backstory was a great backstory. Jenny Calendar's story too about the gypsies and the curse and everything was a great one. But favorite story though, I think is Anne. Buffy runs away.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite story. Because it shows that even though she's the Slayer, she is still just a girl. And she's human and she's vulnerable.
Counterpart, least favorite storyline.
What was your favorite story?
My favorite storyline. I know fans don't like it, but I love the addiction to magic arc. I really did.
It's a great analogy. It's real.
I really did.
Least favorite arc now?
Yeah.
Trio really was weak, but yeah. I think I'm gonna have to go with Adam. Adam was bullshit. He was a mech. We defeated him with magic, right?
Yeah.
Adam was like the weakest villain, in my opinion.
Season 4 was plagued with a bunch of stuff because my least favorite comes from season 4 as well, namely how they got rid of Oz. I didn't like that.
That too. Veronica.
Veruca, yeah.
Whatever her name is.
That.
That was a terrible one. I also hate the Xander and Willow kiss because there was like no reason.
Yeah.
And then Cordelia falls into get impaled. Like, come on.
That was awful to watch.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, season 4, lots of problems. That's why it's my least favorite.
That and also the body possession episode with the Riley sex thing was
kind of dubious.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite couple?
So Xander and Anya were my favorite couple, honestly. Specifically because of how they interacted and what they did for each other. And it's unfortunate that he was plagued with a vision of vengeance from the thing that did it to him.
Yeah.
And also his family. And he grows up in such a broken home and doesn't know what a real family relationship is. And he's just so worried and focused on not being bad that he tries his best to do everything he can for Anya. And then when he gets shown a vision of the bad, he freaks out and he runs, which sucks.
Yeah.
So on top of that, I'll have to say, I mean, Tara and Willow were obviously a great couple, but I loved Drew and Spike. Drew and Spike was my favorite couple. That was crazy.
Love them.
They're so good. What about you?
I mean, my favorite couple is Willow and Tara.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Very fun.
I would say sorry, guys. Least favorite, Willow and Kennedy. I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize for that one.
I just didn't buy it, and I don't feel like season 7 is the time when they already have like the cast is so bloated to introduce a new relationship.
I like Jenny Calendar and Giles too.
Yes, love that one.
That was a cute one. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. Secret shout out. Giles and Buffy's mom.
Oh God. What's a stevedore? No, that's.
Where are these handcuffs?
So, fuck, marry, kill.
Oh yeah, this one I think you brought this up to me.
Faith and Buffy from season 7, Cordelia from season 4 of Angel.
Season 4 Cordelia?
But I guess before she went all crazy. Let's put it like.
But she's pregnant.
Well, like not the whole season, no.
No, but she was. I know the actress was pregnant. I'm talking about the character too. Sorry, Cordelia, kill. Fuck Faith, marry Buffy, easy. Now, as a gay man, what's your pick?
I would say
this is extra important.
Probably the same, honestly. And I'm not even lying. Like Buffy is more of a marry person.
You commit to Buffy even if she's broken.
Yeah.
Faith seems like a wild ride.
Yes,
and then Cordelia is. I mean, if it was Cordelia in other seasons of Angel, I would be more, stuck in the middle of the conversation.
Yeah.
Especially season 3 or season 2 Cordelia. But season 4 Cordelia, not a fan. Especially the haircut. All right.
So the actress playing Anya, and this is true, specifically asked to be killed off in season 7.
I love that for her.
Do you think she got a good send off, or was
Yes.
it poorly done?
I feel like she may have asked to be cut like that. She had a beautiful send off because nobody's always remembered. Not everything is seen. You don't always have time to mourn. This is a war. It's rushed. We don't always have 10 minutes to mourn over a body and drag it with us when the world is collapsing.
Yeah.
Xander asked Andrew what happened. He told her, and he said, "That's my girl." It was perfect.
Yeah.
And of course, I feel like the actress, or even Anya, if Anya was to die, she would want to die in the most brutal way. And being almost bisected is pretty close.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's also, I mean, I love the fact that Andrew kind of used his storytelling for good, because she didn't really protect him so much as she died in the heat of battle, but he knew that it would make Xander happy.
I didn't think about that. That's cute.
Yeah, I love that.
It's just wonderful.
Do you think Buffy meant it? Do you think she really loves Spike?
No.
You don't? Wow, okay. Go. No. Let's go into this. What?
Why? The story of those two is just so troubled. I think Buffy loved Angel. I think after Angel, Buffy may have gotten very close to loving Spike and everything he did for her. And I don't think she loved him, though. And I think Spike knew it, and that's why he said what he said. He said, don't lie to him in these moments, especially there. And I mean, has she ever said it to him before?
No.
He's just said it to her.
Yes.
She's never returned the favor, and she only returns it to him as he's dying. That's my opinion. Why? What about you? Do you think so?
I mean, I'm a Buffy Spike fan, so I do think it. I think because Cassie was a psychic, and she said one day she'll say it to you, and I mean, obviously she did say it, but I guess whether or not she meant it is the thing. I like to believe that in that moment they both needed, like, I think Spike, when he said no you don't, I think he needed that to be true, because I don't think I don't think he could sacrifice himself if Buffy meant it. No, and I also don't think he wanted her to mean it, because he wouldn't think that she would leave him to die if she meant it. So I think he needed her not to mean it. And I don't know. I love it. I also love the callback, because I'm sure, I mean, Once More with Feeling, the song I Touch the Fire and It Freezes Me, like, you see her put her hand in the flames and she doesn't react. But then when she grabs his hand and it goes in fire, she flinches. So I kind of like that she can feel again. So whether or not that's feeling something else or feeling with him, yeah, I'd like to believe it.
But the problem is, for me, is she kisses Angel immediately on instinct. And then it's like, obviously, you have feelings for this person, and it's not that simple. But if you loved Spike, I don't think you specifically in these moments, I don't think you would kiss Angel. And it doesn't fit for me. I mean, I would love for her to love Spike and for that to be a relationship, but I think they've already, those two have already talked about that relationship enough, and, we've talked about it, but they just, for them, it was two beings that were dark, wounded, emotionally, everything, coming together and comforting each other. And Spike may have loved her or the idea of her and him, but in reality, it just didn't work for them. And as much as it did work sometimes, in the end, it really would only work if he's human.
If you could hang out with any character, who would it be?
Oz. 100%. I would love to hang out with Oz.
He seems chill.
Yeah, I would say Faith, but I feel like she would just intimidate me. So Oz would be 100% the character I would love to hang out with. And I'm gonna follow it up with Andrew. I would love, actually, Xander and Andrew. I want to watch movies with Andrew and Xander. I think they'd be great to watch movies and TV shows with. Have fun. But I also feel like Andrew would be a big film critic, and because he has his opinions. So I think so. What about you?
I think I would honestly like, I feel like a broke record. I think I would like to hang out with Tara. I mean, specifically like the Tara who was like season, a little bit post season 4, where she was more outgoing. Like, I would love to just chill, nerd out over like magic, like, study, because she seems like, instead of Willow's more like, let's cast spells, but Tara seems more like, let's learn about the history of magic. Let's, kind of get in tune with it. And I kind of vibe with that.
Fair. I like that. Okay, fair.
I vibe with that.
That's good. I like that. Okay.
Do you know what a Zima is now?
Yes, you told me what a Zima is. It's an alcohol. It's an alcohol drink. It's like carbonated.
Citrus flavored libation. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. It's like old Mike Hard Lemonade or something.
Yep. Before they kept going, season 5 could have potentially been the ending. Which would you prefer? It to end the season 5 finale or the season 7 finale?
Season 5 is a more emotional finale, because Buffy dies and everyone's left picking up the pieces, and it leaves more to the imagination. Season 7 is a more complete finale, because it finishes the story arcs of certain characters, and honestly, it has a better ending, because it's the awakening of all the girls. It's the overcoming. The girls have overcome the chains that have been given to them by the old patriarchy of those 3 men, basically. Yeah. And it's women breaking these changes to find the empowerment in themselves to be who they're always destined to be. So I like that, because it does go, to show that everyone has the potential inside them, basically, to be great. It's just you have to realize it, because regular people did great things too in these finales, whereas the last episode was more just self-sacrifice of the 5th season. What about you?
I think, like I said earlier, if it would have ended with season 5, I wouldn't have been brokenhearted, because I think it was a beautiful ending to the show. But not only that, but to Buffy's character, it would have made her because every other Slayer, like, you know, they kept saying death is her gift, and every other Slayer dies alone in the sense that they kind of die in the heat of battle, just being alone. But that was kind of Buffy, similar to how you said about season seven's ending, taking back her power and like going against what they intended for her. Season 5 ending would have been her sacrificing herself for love, for her sister and the world, and basically like going out on her own terms.
It would have been more emotional.
Yeah.
It would have been more emotional, and it probably would have been just as great as the finale, but I don't like Dawn being left alone like that. That would have broken my heart. That's the reality. Unless she becomes a Slayer, like I said, then it becomes more real.
Were there any specific moments that moved you or surprised you?
Yeah, the mom dying was the most moving and surprising. Obviously, Jenny Calendar being killed was also a very surprising moment. Honestly, I think those two are big ones. Terry dying obviously was another big moment that moved me. Yeah, I think that's pretty much solid enough for those ones. What about you?
I didn't see her mom dying in that way.
No, yeah.
And I think it made it powerful that it wasn't supernatural, because it could have easily been Glory to like mess with her. But the fact that it wasn't a supernatural death and it was so abrupt, and to this day, I've told you off camera, but I've rewatched Buffy several times. I still have only seen the body twice. And that is it for me.
It's one of our most watched videos from Buffy in general, but it's also like I sobbed through like 90% of it, so yeah. I get why. When I had to go to re-edit it, I had to like mentally prepare myself and sit down and be like, whew.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a heavy episode.
It is.
Favorite dramatic or funny moment in the show?
I like Willow going, I think I'm gay, when she sees herself with the evil version of Willow.
Yeah.
Which also was another foreshadow for Dark Willow, by the way.
Yes.
Because she was gay and evil.
Yes.
I love that. That was a great one. Anya with the bunnies, too, was great. Or when she shows up to the house party and there's no door, and she's the bunny outfit. That was a good one. Oh, God. Trying to think. There's another one that I really I love. Just Andrew whining about. I think it was a Godzilla. He's like, he's like, Xander.
Like, correct her.
Correct her. Matthew Broderick Godzilla wasn't a real Godzilla. It was an oversized lizard. Thank you. That was great. And the Hot Pocket. Andrew really came through.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think the scene that made me laugh the most was when Andrew goes to take off with the jetpack and bonks his head.
Yeah, that was amazing.
What about you?
Favorite dramatic moment. Oh, what?
No, you go. I just remembered one. But you go.
No, I was gonna say my favorite dramatic moment was. God, I think actually you go.
It's supposed to be a serious moment, but when they're in the fish episode, and the coach is talking to Buffy, and she goes, during the height of the Soviet Union. I was like, oh no. I was like, oh my God, what's happening here? Because it was like Soviet fish drugs to make like fishmen. I was like, this is the most ridiculous thing I've seen. That was a great one.
Yeah. Well, I would say my favorite. I'll do favorite funny moment first, which is in season 7, the episode where the guy with the jacket that makes every girl fall in love with him. I just love so much. You just see Principal Wood in his office, and then you just see Buffy in the background going slowly with a friggin' rocket launcher.
Oh yeah, that's a great scene. You're right. I love when every time I put the jacket on, the music starts. That was a great episode. Yeah, that was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, and dramatic moment would definitely be that scene with Buffy and Spike in season 7. Oh, another one in season 7. Buffy and Spike in the church when she first finds out that he has a soul. I remember watching you guys watch it, and I was tearing up because it was just so powerful when she comes to the realization that he did it, and that why he did it was really good.
You're right. Yeah, that's a good one.
Out of all 7 seasons, what would you say was the most unexpected development?
5. Demon, a goddess appears from a different dimension. Glory is Ben. Ben is Glory. That was a great, by the way, fun moment. Especially like, wait, Ben is Glory? And then Buffy dies. Was that the episode? That's the season with the key too, where Faith shows up.
Yep.
Not Faith shows up, but
Dawn
shows up, and then the little Faith quote, "Little sister's coming."
Yep.
Makes sense. Buffy's mom dies in that season. That is the best season for development because the characters go from they're like, the generic "I'm just a girl in school" to "I don't know how to live." It's
Yeah. Yeah, I would say, I mean, for me, I did not expect the Dawn thing. Seeing it, like watching it, it was insane because I genuinely thought I missed an episode somewhere. I thought something was going on. I thought it was a spell. It was crazy. But yeah, that was really unexpected.
I liked it.
Are there any actors that you didn't know of before Buffy that you were introduced to that stood out for you and that you would maybe want to see more of in other projects?
I think part of it was Juliet Landau, but I'm pretty sure she's not really in many projects. She's just, Juliet Landau is pretty great.
Stunning.
Anthony Head, great.
Yeah, he's great. He's great in Merlin. If you ever.
I heard he's that and Repo, the genetic opera. I heard is really good. I obviously knew who Sarah was before this. I obviously knew who Allison was before this. Charisma was great. And I enjoyed her, and I kind of want to see her more. But I think Angel killed her career, kind of. I think, or maybe she went towards family stuff. I know she's on YouTube watching this, so like if you watch these reactions, hi. But probably not. It's weird.
Did you know James Marsters before, like Spike before this?
Well, I didn't, but then I looked him up, and then I realized he's a voice actor in anime and cartoons.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I know him from Dragon Ball Z.
He did the live action Dragon Ball Z.
We don't talk about that. Never, ever, ever. He wasn't Piccolo. It didn't exist. He was actually Zamasu in Dragon Ball Super. But yeah, I mean, James Marsden was a great character. Finding out he's American and not English was great.
Oh.
But I think I'd have to go with I said it already. I mean, Anya was a great character too. She'd been fun. Faith. Eliza
Dushku, yeah.
Yeah, she'd been great. And we're gonna watch Dollhouse, so we're gonna be seeing her or something else. It's just her energy. She plays a great character.
Yeah.
I'm gonna curious how she does as a main character in that.
Yeah, I'd be interested. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but I watched the first couple episodes of True Calling, which she decided to do instead of getting a Buffy spinoff, and it's great. And it got canceled unfortunately, but it was good. It had 2 seasons, so.
Oh, okay.
Have any of the show's witty phrases made it into your vocabulary? Do you find yourself kind of Buffy speak, like explainy or like?
Well, I'm already a Buffy speak person. Like before this show, I already made words up like Buffy did in my conversations. So not there. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I say like I'll be like bored now. Like that made its way into my vocabulary. I also sometimes I'll say like sometimes I'll throw in like Giles speak occasionally. Like my favorite one is like scoffs at gravity. So like I'll be playing video games and I'll be like I'm scoffing at gravity or something when I'm jumping. Like I don't that not as much though. It's not like I can't be like yeah, not really. I 5 by 5 sometimes fits into my vocabulary.
Yep.
That'll sometimes I'll say 5 by 5, but nobody gets it. But if I'm talking to like a Buffy fan or like if I'm talking to like a girl who knows Buffy, like I always throw if they ask me how I am, like I'll be like, oh, 5 by 5, and that usually it's my way of saying I know I'm Buffy without like knowing it.
Yeah.
So that usually fits in. Yeah. What about you?
5 by 5. I mean, I've been saying it since I started watching Buffy, and some people are like, "What?" But most people kind of get it, and then just kind of making words into adjectives like Buffy. Like I remember I was working at this company that was like a manufacturing company, and the machine I was working on broke, and I just offhand my supervisor came over and he was like, "Hey, what happened? Why is the light on?" I was like, "I don't know." The machine stopped it started acting all like it stopped acting machine-y or something. I said something to that effect, and he looked at me like I was crazy, and I'm like, "Oh, right, sorry, it short circuited." But things like that. So I kind of do that adjective thing. Buffy was really good with that.
I like that. I think there's also one of the things I think I say sometimes too is I think Spike said I got better at one point at one of the episodes. I don't remember it specifically. I know that's from Monty Python too. Yeah. I got better, but like I feel like he said that at one point. I don't know if I was just saying it in his accent and it just stuck with me, but I do say it sometimes now. So maybe Monty Python, maybe Spike, a little bit both.
Last question.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Did the series meet your expectations?
Yes. Actually beat them. I don't know what I expected. I expected a really cheesy show about, I expected a really cheesy, overly dramatic show about a young girl who, over the years, learned to not only fight for herself but others and love and learn too. And that's exactly what it was. But I didn't expect it to be so good. I expected it to be cheesy. And as the first season was cheesy, it really got really good. The characters really grew on me. I'm happy that the characters aren't all caricatures of like stereotypes, and we are allowed to grow and have these very complex characters. It is such a complex show, and I do find myself recommending it to a lot of people who are into this type of stuff. But I also want to say that I think in order to fully enjoy the experience of the Buffyverse, you do need to watch Angel. You need to know what's going on across the world because it adds to the scope of things. Because Buffy is fighting these in the Hellmouth, these apocalypses, but there's so many going on and so many things going on that build this world of Buffy, and learning about the powers that be and all these hell dimensions and beings and everything going on just adds to make sense of why the world is the way it is. Like, how could a mayor make a town? I mean, how could a demon become mayor and form the town? Why does that make sense? And then you think about it, and well, there's a demon law firm in Los Angeles. Okay, makes more sense now. It adds to the grand scale of things, and it adds even further. Like, not all demons are evil. So before we have like a good demon, we're introduced to in Buffy, like Clem, we're introduced to Lauren.
Yeah.
So it builds on it. So it really does, and then it allows the characters to grow because you have that whole episode of Angel, where Buffy and Angel are together for a day. And Angel can be human. So like all these things are beautiful and perfect, and it works together. I love when shows interlap like this and have like connections. Very few shows have these crossovers, and they work so well, in my opinion, when done correctly. And this show did it correctly. Where are you? I appreciate you, by the way, for asking all these.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. I decided to start watching it out of, I don't know why. I saw it was everywhere, and I ended up waiting until it was over before I started. And like I already said, it's Spike and Buffy was peak romance for me. But even then, I was like a huge Angel Buffy fan. I'm glad nobody will ever see it, but my whole room was covered in I printed out my crappy printer, different like wallpapers of Buffy and Angel, Buffy and Spike all over my wallpaper. I'm a writer, so it inspired me to write vampire stories myself. And I've always loved shows with strong female leads. I mean, my favorite show is Xena of all time. So I think they did what they did in a perfect way, and it clearly was successful. People still talk about it almost 25 years later. It inspired other shows, and yeah,
absolutely, and I agree. Really enjoyed it. Now to end this, I believe we will be watching the Buffy movie eventually.
Yes.
Have you ever seen it?
No.
I'm excited. I know it's a different character. I know it's different stuff, but it'll be a great, almost like retrospective of the series, because it's closer to season 1 than anything else with how it is. And it tells the story of how like she finds out she has powers. So maybe we'll find out how she burned the gymnasium down. And maybe there'll be a little bit of David, David as Angel stalking her in the background. But it's like pretty sure it's like her original watcher and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it'll be very fun to watch and see that. Even if she is Buffy, she's not our Buffy, but she is a Buffy.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to find out. Thank you for joining us. Next up is Angel. And then we finish the Angel show is going to be Dollhouse, which should be fun. So thank you all for your very wonderful questions. If we missed any, if any were skipped or anything, that we're sorry. But appreciation. And yeah, this was a great video. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for asking the questions and answering them. And we'll see you next time. I'm Mikey.
I'm Leo.
We're the review crew checking out.